What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle for the first episode in our coverage of Maize, a puzzle game about sentient corn and also a Russian teddy bear with like a flamethrower. This is a weird-ass game. I've played around with like the first little bit of it. This is a little bit of an odd game, and I don't do puzzle games very often on the channel because really, well, I'm looking for an excuse. If you ever doubted just how ridiculously obtuse and stubborn I can be, allow me to create a series for you that will allow you to put that to rest. You will know exactly how dumb I can be in given situations. If you're not convinced already. I mean, I've done a lot of stuff here on the internet, really kind of put myself out there, so I'd be surprised if you weren't there yet. But let's play a little bit of Maize, shall we? Do not flee, little corns. Let me have your ears. Okay, that came out wrong, but I'm your friend. I don't mean to harm you. I know I just requested your ears, which, as far as I can tell, comprise your actual cranial space, but it's not my fault. I'm just not used to interacting with corn. So, welcome to Maize. We are on a corn farm somewhere, and we won't be running through it backwards naked or anything like that. Instead, we'll be just walking our way along. This strikes me as being one of those games where you, like, wander around and you just click on stuff and have conversations and weird things happen. Was there a ditch over there? No, there was not. I thought there was like a little secret area over there where I'd get my Vorpal Longsword of Corn Slang plus 12. I'm not really sure what to say about this game. Everything that I've seen of it so far has been like, yeah, that's a little odd. Oh, there's a giant ring thing over there. What is this? When pointing hand icon appears, click the left mouse button. So I can't do anything right there. I can't do anything right there. And it appears as though this is mostly just outside of my reach. Well, never mind. I didn't want to be inside you anyways. I think you're taking a couple liberties with what you think I'm willing to do. So escape or P to open the pause menu. Ah, cool. Oh, look, it says pause with the Maize font. That's pretty sweet. I like that. It make me happy. What's over this way? Oh, there's a little... I don't know if I should, like... Pressing Q does absolutely nothing. Thank you for that tooltip. I've always waited for a game that gave you useless tooltips that didn't mean anything. There's like, hats go on your head. Pro tip, when you loot boots, they go on your feet. Like, well, thank you for that. Oh my, somebody set up a little office out here. Is that an Egg McMuffin? Bro, what the shit was that? Something just moved back there. You did a great job of picking up that item. A new path is opened for you. Items you can use will be added to your inventory. Stored items will be added to your folio. So apparently that's been added to my folio. How does one open up my inventory? Can I eat the English muffin, or am I simply carrying the English muffin? Hard as granite, this muffin is almost definitely nowhere near fit for consumption, despite how much you try. All you've done is given yourself a headache. And a toothache if it's hard enough. Can I throw the muffin? I mean, it says it's hard. Maybe I could throw it through a window somewhere. Maybe I should stop getting these English muffins so excited. Maybe that's my big issue. It just saw me and it was like, woo! So that appears to go to some kind of windmill. Which is blocked by boxes of mega orange paper. Brings a whole new meaning to the phrase getting reamed. Alright. Press bar to look at the story items in your folio. Ah, note lazily scribbled. Includes a stock greeting and encourages the reader to enjoy the complimentary snack on the desk. Notes to the reader to mind the boxes and also says open the big door and will probably say hello. Okay. I suppose so then. Sure, why not? Like a 1980s RX-7 or something over here. Beat-ass looking car. There's a chair with an arrow on it. A churro, if you will. Not a churro. I don't want to get you hungry in the middle of a series, because then you'll go up to get a snack and you'll leave me, and I can't be alone right now. I can't be alone. I'm in the middle of a terrifying cornfield. This says the barn is that way, but the boxes have blocked this off. So... Hey there, boxes. You want to move for me? Nope, I was going to try and jump, but I guess that's not an option. I don't know what I'm supposed to be using this English muffin for, but I suppose we'll try to figure it out later. Let's check behind the house first and see if there's anything weird going on here. Although, I think I'm probably... Can I open the cellar? Looks like there's a latch. Doesn't look like I can do anything with that right now. Yeah, it's not letting me interact with it just yet, so maybe... Can I go inside the house? It looks like there's a workbench or something in there. Okay. Well, let's continue on keeping on. What is happening right now, busted-ass hubcap? You have opened the chicken coop door. Huzzah for me. Are there any chickens around? There's a key. The farmhouse key. Okay, so you can scroll through at the bar. Yeah, I'd figured that out already, so... Good to know, though. What does it say about this? Your mind explodes with the possible uses of this item, but you settle on key to unlock nearby farmhouse and never think of any other possibility again. I like how they've told me what I've thought. Thank you for that. That invasion of my mental privacy. When I don't know what to think, I don't mind if you think for me. That's fine. Go for it, developers. You've earned it. Let's go open this farmhouse up. Does it not open through this door? Maybe I can get in through the cellar. Nope, can't get in through the cellar. Never mind then. Maybe we'll go around the front then. Aha! I have unlocked the farmhouse door. I am the best. I can't really see so great. It's a little dark. Can I turn on a lamp or anything? Flashlight possibly? Stick my finger in a light socket to end this? A really boring mystery novel. It's been added to my folio. Having no talent at the genre, the author mistakenly revealed the murderer's identity on the first page and spent the rest of the novel outlining a story about the detective buying a pair of pants. Dude, that shit sucks though. Like, if you go pants shopping, you gotta be careful about that. You know, that's like real life struggles right there. You buy some dumpy looking pants, ain't nobody ever respect you again. A fruit crate. Okay. I guess I've got a fruit crate now. Rancid corn oil. Considering there's sentient corn around me, I don't think I want something on my person that details that I have ground them up into a fine oil. There's something stuck inside the sausage grinder. Can I use the English muffin to get it? Nope. The English muffin's utility has run out in that regard. It's not to be used for prying things out of a sausage grinder. Okay, there's a bathtub bung. The sink is now plugged. Well, why would I want to do that, though? I don't want to plug the sink. Shit. Inside the medicine cabinet, we find nail clippers. Just in case you gotta clip some nails. Alright. This game is weird as shit. I have no idea what's going on right now. Vigilant as you are when it comes to personal hygiene, only two things these clippers will do for you. Grip something lodged in a wall and give you a 100% tetanus guarantee. That's it. Can I use the clippers to pull whatever's in there? It said it gave me grips, though. Can I just grind it through? I don't think I can just grind it through as much as I want to try. C to crouch and C again not to crouch. You can do this forever. They said I could do it forever, Nerd Castle. Forever. You unlocked a secret door, making it much less secret. Oh, I love the snarky, just like you should already know what this does attitude the game has taken so far. Makes me happy. Oh, that guy's a little terrifying looking. The fuse box is missing a fuse. Use the nail clippers on it. Electrocute yourself to death. Okay, I can't do that right now. You know, I was a little dubious on this title, but I'm glad I gave it a shot, because this is a little odd. A little strange. Oh, cool. So the cellar door is now open. That's good. We need to find something that'll bridge the gap. We need to find a fuse, in essence. And until we find said fuse, this might be a little bit more difficult than we thought. Is there a fuse inside the washing machine? No, there's not. A flashlight or something. If I had a flashlight or something, this would be a lot easier. Let's go back upstairs. Maybe there's a fuse sitting around on a shelf somewhere. Or in a different area. Can I open the back door now too? Or is the back door just like the back door is done? It is closed for business. Never mind then. It's a free hat if you ever wanted one. It says reindeer. There's something over there. An invoice for a carved wooden statue. Say what? An invoice for a commissioned wooden statue. Costs in the hundreds of thousands. Items on the list include chopping down a large old oak tree, carved statue out of oak tree, hospital bills for injuries sustained, and chopping down oak tree. Okay. I mean, trees can be really valuable. My dad had a redwood that had to be chopped down on his property. An 85-footer. Like 70, 80 foot tall. And he chopped it down. He was going to chop it up for firewood, but then one of his friends was like, no! And he found out you can apparently sell a chopped down redwood tree if you plank it out, like you take it to a mill and you have it planked. Apparently the wood from that tree is worth like 40 grand. And I was like, oh my God, really? Who knew? Who had any idea? Kudos to Dad. So we've got a bobby pin now. I'm probably going to use that to pick a lock or some bullshit later on. Or maybe we'll just use it to hold our hair back. You can't really tell with this game. Can't really tell. An item can be placed here. Well, thank you for the notification. So the fruit crate is on the floor. A wobbly wardrobe. Huh. So what was the point of putting the fruit crate on the floor? Can I get it back? No. So it's part of some greater assembly thing that I'm doing. Can't open the cabinet. There are boxes everywhere. Somebody really needs to work on cleaning up their house. This is pretty gnarly. And my house is pretty bad, so I don't feel like I have a real solid ground to stand on when it comes to insulting other people's homes, but Jesus, invest in a Swiffer. Well, since I can't do anything with the wobbly wardrobe just yet. Yep, that's right. I just tried to use an English muffin on a cabinet. Don't look at me like that. Don't judge me. You gotta try all the items on all the things. Alright, so we've gained entry to the farmhouse. So far to me, it doesn't appear as though we've got a whole lot of options. I assume the water and something else are going to turn back on once we get the fuses in. But for now, let's be on our way. We'll have a look at other locations. There's a statue of a dumpy-looking man over here. What's up, buddy? Pretty proud of yourself, huh? You thrust that pelvis. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. A broken shovel handle. If only we could find the rest of the shovel. Completely useless for shoveling dirt, but helpful if you wanted to tip something over. You immediately think of the wardrobe on the second floor of the farmhouse because you didn't particularly like how it looked at you and you would like to ruin its day. Very well, let's go ruin. We're going to war with the wardrobe. That's why they call it the wardrobe. There's no such thing as a peace drobe. It doesn't exist. That's not a thing, and that's due to the dubious and warlike, violent nature of wardrobes. Heh. Take that, you big wooden boxy bitch. That's what you get. To the attic. Looks like there's some stuff in here. A creepy ass gnome. That can't stay in my house. That thing's got to go. Absolutely not. A burnt lab report. Much of it can't be read, but the words abject failure appear several times. So does hurt feelings, sentient corn stalks, why did we do this? So apparently the corn stalks are dicks, and they will hurt your feelings, is what I got from that. Please be a fuse. There's a mallet. There's an item that can be placed here. It doesn't look like any of the items that I have. It looks like maybe you sit down. Looks like a keychain, possibly. Oh yeah, there's a bunch of little mutated corns in here. Interesting. Apparently they eat a lot of fast food and cup of noodles too. Can I jump out the window? Not an option, eh? So I've got a mallet now. I'm gonna figure out what we do with the mallet. I assume we hit something with it. That is like the only function of a hammer, unless it's a claw hammer. Or like a pick hammer, and then it's got multiple uses, but for now, I suppose we'll keep our Dwarvish Warhammer +3. That's what I'm calling it to make it sound more awesome. Calm down, it's my Dwarvish Warhammer +3. Can I go this way now, or the box is gonna move? I guess not. Let's continue exploring then. I don't mind at all. Seems like the kind of place where it'd be very, very easy to get lost, though. So the chicken coop was over here. There wasn't anything particularly interesting other than the key in the chicken coop, correct? Yeah. Everything glows in this game, so you figure you'd pick it up pretty quickly. No matter how many times you press it, Q still does nothing. Well, I pushed it a few more times just in case you were lying to me. There's a rusty nail that's been jammed in a wall. Oh, you pull the rusty nail out with the nail clippers. It's a little bit punny, I accept. There's a item which has been added to our folio. It is a mediocre rock. This is a rock you found near an outhouse. You don't know why you have it. It is absolutely mediocre in every way possible. Its name is Chauncey. Oh, Chauncey the rock, hooray. So I have a nail now. I don't know why I want a nail, but then again I didn't know why I wanted nail clippers either. And I guess I figured that one out about as satisfactorily as you could figure it out. Where was this dude's statue at? Statue of that weird potato-shaped dick bird. Where is he at? Because I know there was like other little areas that seemed to spread off of this one. So there's boxes blocking that way. We're bloxed in. I suppose I'll go back the way that I came then. I mean, I've got the nail. I don't know if I want to use the nail as a fuse, though. Technically, it might work. Can't use the mallet on the sink. Ugh. Poured rancid corn oil in the sink. The smell is worse than imagined. Why would we do that, though? Oh. So the mallet doesn't let me bang whatever in there's out. The secret door goes down into the basement. Use the rusty nail as a fuse against safety regulations. Yeah, I figured that might be what I was supposed to do. Restored the power to the farmhouse. It is now slightly less dark than it was before. Okay, well, let's go back upstairs and see what has happened now that we've restored power. Nothing inside the letter rack. Oh, there's a radio thing. Picked up an old CD. Good for you. A new path has been opened to the barn and silo. So it says top secret on the thing that we picked out. It's a pretty fancy lamp right there. It's got like a giant gemerald in the middle. Kind of jealous. I wish I had one. Did anything else become apparent in the house? An old CD, its label faded. Pressed on the first batch of CDs ever created. This brand was notoriously expensive and even more unreliable, making even the greatest of symphonies sound like something a concussed elephant would make while stumbling around a music shop. God. But who concussed the elephant? That's the real question you gotta ask yourself. Who would concuss such a beautiful animal? Poachers. Sounds about right to me. Everything looks about the same as you would expect it to look. Let's go back this way and see what's going on in the barn. Yeah, I figured that one out with a quickness. I can't move slowly in video games. I gotta move. I got stuff to do. I got time to dedicate. Well, we've got access to the barn now. So that's a plus. What does it say for the mallet? Smash something perfectly flat with this trusty tool, but remember you can never unflatten things with this. It is the mallet's greatest weakness. Oh, a broom. Hooray! If we were a witch, this would be a great day. Harry Potter! A half of a diagram. A diagram torn in half contains very complicated-looking equations scribbled in orange pen, a drawing of a person, a DNA helix. Looks kind of important. You tried to eat it at first, but changed your mind when you couldn't find any salt. Delicious diagram. There's a scarecrow hand, I hope, over here. There's a pile of something or other. You can sweep it up with this, but you already knew that. What you didn't know is that this broom is haunted. This will not affect your adventure in any way, as the ghost is currently away on business. Fantastic. Good. Look at this buff bastard over here. Look at this guy. That mullet, though, man. Like, in any time period, I'm not really sure, aside from irony, or perhaps as a joke, I don't know why you would ever have a mullet. That's just not a hairstyle that ever comes to mind. Under any situation, under any duress, it's just like, the mullet is never an option. What is this? Corne of the World, a book outlining the differences and similarities of corn species across the globe. Several chapters also discuss the color yellow. Few species are circled in red pen, while no, no, no appears in many places across the entire book in blue pen. No, no, no. Oh, there was a room right here. With horseshoes. Just in case you gotta get those fresh J's for your horse. I think that was everything there. I guess we'll have a look around outside and see what happens out here. In case of shenanigans, however, we are ready. We are equipped. We are good to go. Says this goes to the silo. Well, let's be on about it. This says it goes to lightning. Or the thunder god, or whatever might be over here. Stop pressing Q. A lonely cornstalk next to a toolbox. A dead guy who has been stabbed with needle-nose pliers, or... Actually, those look like the ends possibly off of... Oh, never mind. No, it's a dead guy, alright. There's a gloved, severed hand. Okay. A very fashionable fedora. Worn by a very fashionable person. Due to this, you are not putting it on your head, as you have not earned the right. On the inner tag, the owner wrote his name, Fernando. And a name tag. It took you several hours of staring, but you managed to deduce the name tag in fact belongs to the dead person it was near, and that his name is Fernando. It took you several more hours to notice that the dead person was a lab assessment, and then 5 more minutes to realize you were trying to read the thing upside down the whole time. Okay, those look like the things off the end of jumper cables, like calipers or whatever they're called. A severed hand perfectly preserved in the glove that encases it. It could come in handy if you could give yourself a hand and find a way to loosen and get the glove off. The first pun was intended, but not the second. So I need a way to get the glove off. Jesus. Looks like a lightning rod of some kind. Maybe somebody was trying to raise the dead. Possibly. They're doing a little bit of that Frankenstein action. God. So what else do I have? CDs, magnets, a bobby pin, an old muffin. A padlock. Can I smash it with a hammer? No. Can I broom it? I cannot broom. Can I pick the lock? Yeah, buddy. Silo door is opened, and we have a bunch of shit on the ground that I assume I used the broom for. Aha! Underneath a pile of corn kernels, we found needle nose pliers. You saw something in the sausage grinder that could be removed with the pliers. You know this because you spent an uncomfortable amount of time trying to pull it out with your hands, making no progress whatsoever. Oh, we've also got an old telescope. Manufactured about a century ago, this telescope's effective range is the tops of low-hanging trees. Possibly because its lenses were put on backwards. Looks like it was used frequently with varying results. A tattered blueprint. Though it's hard to make out, this blueprint looks like it's for the construction of a very large, very poorly planned facility with a farm situated on top of it. The facility itself is actually set an architectural record for having the largest number of corridors that lead absolutely nowhere. Alright. Well, we can get the thing out of the farmhouse grinder now. So that's good. Why the farmhouse needs a grinder, I don't know. It's lonely. It needs to find other farmhouses. God, that lens flare. Is that you, Michael Bay? What they're trying to denote with that is that it's very, very bright, and looking directly at the sun will probably harm your eyes in some way. Just trying to help out. Design. Sausage grinder. Pulled a warped key fob out of the sausage grinder. It is not an ideal place for it. I saw we could also, the key fob thing was up here. I thought it was a key ring too when we were in the attic. It should be... Yeah, buddy. So now we're in the attic. And the key fob thing was over here, right? So the warped key fob is on a bench. And then I take the hammer, right? Yeah, the key fob has been smashed good and flat. So now we have a key fob. It's been smashed so perfectly flat that you can't toss it like a frisbee just to see how far it goes. You regret your decision instantaneously. Now, I have no idea what I'm supposed to do with the key fob aside from put keys on it. So, that's something to keep in mind. I will probably leave? Was there anything I could do with the sausage grinder now that we're back in here? No, that's done. Ew. Well, I've got a severed hand, so... There was a hand scanner thing on the little lab place back here. So maybe we could use this on that, and that'll probably be the last thing I do in this episode of Maize. Let's go find out and see what happens here. I like little exploration games like this, though, where you take stuff and you, like, use it. You, like, put it on things and stuff. Oh, I took a wrong turn. Why is it so smoky inside the barn? I took a wrong turn. This is not where I want to be. I want to go back the other way, and then we'll use the hand scanner on the door. And that might allow us into whatever compound it is that we're looking at from the blueprint thing. I don't know if we're quite at that point in the game yet. I think I came from this direction. Dude, your house is held up on cinder blocks. Your porch at the bare minimum. Hopefully the porch isn't like an integral part of the structure. Okay, so boxes have blocked that off, and that goes to the windmill. That's where our muffin was. We take this hand, and I assume we use it on the hand scanner thing. And we might be able to get in. Although I might take some wrong turns here, because it turns into a maze pretty quickly. Hey, and that's the name of the game. Hello. Corne Maze. And look at that. A slot for a key. So there's the key fob. Aha!
Hey! 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 You must answer a riddle before you're allowed to enter. A doctor and his son are in a car accident.
No, not that one. Say the one about the guy who hung himself with an ice block. You just gave that one away. Answer this one. What animal walks on 4 legs in the morning?
That one's boring. I'm riddle president today. I get to pick.
Oh, yeah,
That's true.
Why is he president every time?
I didn't vote unclear on the election.
Oh, we should
Where's
just
this?
really argue with
that. An empty bus pulls up to a stop and 10 people get on. At the next stop, 5 people get off, and twice as many people get on as at the first stop. At the third stop, 25 get off. So, which one of us is named Jim?
Am I Jim?
I thought he was Jim.
No, that's Bill. Where's Bill? You're Bill. Oh, that's right.
You may as well enter as we sort this all out. Let's hope you're better than the last one.
Oh, and watch out for our brother down there. He's a bit odd.
Alrighty then. Yeah, no kidding. That feels like an understatement to me. Hey, Ted, don't worry about it. I'll reset the elevator after a few more months of data. We overbought on food pellets and have to get rid of them somehow. Bob, I told you to fix the elevator weeks ago. It takes hours for everyone to get in here because of your stupid experiment, you moron. Cordially, Ted. I think it's just ticking down over and over and over again. Huh. Alright, well, I'll be with you in the next episode, and we'll try to figure out this little quandary. This game is called Maize. You can check it out down below in the description if you like what I do here on the channel. Check out my Patreon. Oh, you gotta push the button while it's briefly active. Gotcha. I will see you all in the next episode. Take care out there, everybody.